Hello everybody and welcome to my review of set number 21304, the LEGO Ideas Doctor Who set. Now this set has 623 pieces, it comes with 6 minifigs as you can see on the back here, and it costs originally at retail $49.99 or $59.99 USD. Now the box, as you can see, opens very funkily and very cool, very different to any other LEGO set box, but genuinely, this set came out on December 1st, 2015, and it actually retired in the 31st of December, the year after 2016. And here it is, out of the box. Honestly, I'm a big fan of this set. I spent $185 on it. I'm a massive Doctor Who fan, as I probably mentioned a couple times in this video, but genuinely, this set was worth every penny to me. £185 was so worth it for me. Might not be worth it for you guys, but it definitely was worth it for me. But anyway, I am going to take it away, and as you know, every single one of my reviews, we obviously start with the minifigs. Okay, and we are going to start off with the villains. Honestly, I think that this Weeping Angel minifig is really, really awesome. I love all the details that are on it. I love the fact that the skirt piece has actually even got printing on the front, which is really nice. It's a continuous print all the way down. I think that's a really nice little addition. Cool minifig. I love the wings. The silver wings are super cool. I love that face print specifically for the Weeping Angel. I really, really like that. It is so cool. There's also, as you can see, a little bit of back torso printing, very similar to the front torso, except just a different design, which of course I did not have to do because you have the wings on the back. You're never going to see that, but they did do that. And of course, if you remove the hairpiece and turn the head round, you also have the more neutral Weeping Angel face as well, which is nice. It's a nice little addition. It's cool. It's double face printed, you know. It's a good way to have it for play, but it's also really cool to have it just for display too. You can have it whichever way you decide to have this specific minifig. The set also comes with 2 of these Daleks. Now, I actually think these are really, really well built, these brick built Daleks. And obviously I count them as minifigs because, you know, they are built, you know, brick built minifigs, brick built figs. So I do still count them because they are minifig scale compared to, you know, your Doctor and all that come with the set too. I think the details are really nice. The gold complements the sandy colour as well, the beige colour, and also I love the way they built the plunger and the gun. I also love the eye socket they built, and I love the fact that this piece here is actually specifically printed for the set, which is really, really cool. You know, it's nice to get like printed pieces for a one-off set. You never really get that too much. Well, you do. You get a lot of that, especially with LEGO Ideas, so I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about my bum there, but this is overall a really nice brick built fig, and as I said as well, you get 2 of them in the set, which is really, really nice. So you could have just included 1, but you included 2. The next minifig we're looking at is Clara Oswald. Now, this minifig is actually really quite cool. She's got really nice printing. She's got side leg printing, front leg printing, dual molded legs, back torso printing, and front torso printing. Now, the details on this minifig are amazing. Genuinely love the details all over the, you know, from head to toe. Awesome prints. I think the face is used for other LEGO characters, and so is the hairpiece, but it is still really nice that you get all these custom parts for the legs and the torso and everything like that. And of course, you also get a second face print, which is a more concerned face print. I don't actually know if this face print is exclusive to the Doctor Who set. I don't know if it's like a reuse of like a Harry Potter one. They quite often do that, but regardless, it's still a really nice minifig overall, and I'm a big fan of Clara Oswald. Okay, the next minifig here is a really, really nicely detailed minifig. Again, I really like the torso print and the leg printing. It's not dual molded legs, but that makes sense because it's not, you know, not really meant to be. I love the printing of the bow tie and the tweed jacket. I think the legs could have been a slightly different shade, but it doesn't take away from the minifig that much. It still looks, you know, appropriate and looks like the jacket in some ways, so it's not completely detracting, but it is a slightly different colour to the torso, which is a little bit upsetting, but not too bad. I will say that this sonic screwdriver piece, this moulded sonic screwdriver piece, is one of my favourite things about this about this set. It just looks so good, and it's really nicely detailed, and it does really just looks so cool. And I love the fact that we have that. Back torso printing is really nice as well, and while we're back here, you can see the alternate, more concerned face. I do think that this face print is reused. I think it's actually Anakin's face print now. It just looks very much like Anakin with the hairpiece as well. I think the hairpiece is good for, you know, the for the, you know, the style of the 11th Doctor's hair. But I would say that there is probably, it would have been cool to get like a custom piece, hairpiece. Like, I know they don't do many of those, but like, it would have been cool to get like a custom hairpiece for him that looks more like his sort of, you know, cowlick that he has, rather than like this one, because his hair, to be fair actually, in this outfit he did have this kind of length of hair, so do you know what, it's actually pretty accurate, so I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to nitpick. I think this is still a really awesome minifig, and yeah, just really awesome detailing all round. Also, wanted to quickly say, just before we talk about this awesome minifig, the last minifig, the 11th Doctor, also comes with a fez. I looked in my I looked where I display this set, I couldn't see the fez. I looked in my spare parts piece, my spare pieces bag from the set, because I bag it before I then put it in with the rest of the pieces. Couldn't see it anywhere. So I'm going to have a rummage around for it. If I find it before I upload this video, I'll edit in a clip of it now. If I haven't edited in the clip right now, I haven't found it, and I'd probably just put sorry on the screen or something like that. But anyway, let's talk about the minifig in front of us right now, and that is the 12th Doctor. Now, this minifig is really cool. I think the purple on camera, from what I'm seeing right now on camera, does not pop as much as it does in real life. It is a very, very purple minifig. I like it. I think it looks good. I think it's a really nice outfit. The only issue I do have is this is like a one-off outfit. He literally wears this at the end of Matt Smith's episode, the final episode, and he wears it for like a wee bit of his first episode that he's in. So it's not really an outfit that he wears a lot. So it would have been cool to maybe get like a more like the Lego Dimensions kind of style, where it's like one of his more iconic outfits. But at the same time, if you're willing, if you don't, you know, if you're not a massive fan of Peter Capaldi, I definitely was a fan of him. If you're not a big fan, you can just take off Matt's head and switch it onto this body, and it looks like, you know, the older version of Matt Smith, and the older version of Matt Smith's Doctor, the later seasons version, I mean. But overall, this minifig is still really awesome. I love the face print. It is, of course, a exclusive face print for Peter Capaldi. It is not an exclusive hairpiece, although it does fit him really well. It is the one that you get from J. Jonah Jameson now in the Daily Bugle. It's really cool. The printing looks a lot better, even on camera, in person and on camera. The printing onto the legs, the purple looks a lot more like the purple on his jacket, which is really nice. It's good that that happens. Back torso printing is really nice as well. Of course, you do get 2 of the moulded sonic screwdrivers in the set, which is awesome and crazy. Like, I can't believe an exclusive piece you get a spare of. I mean, I get it, because both Doctors should hold a sonic if you're displaying them, but it's still cool to get it, nonetheless. I love the little pocket watch detail as well. It's really nice. I do love this outfit. I do think Matt's later seasons outfit was probably my favourite of his outfits, if you didn't know, if I haven't mentioned at the start already. I am a massive Doctor Who fan. I was a massive Doctor Who fan. So, like, this is like one of my dream sets. But yeah, no, this is a really awesome minifig, and there actually isn't a secondary face print. It is just one face print for Peter, which is a little bit disappointing, but at the same time we get a whole proper new face print for him that's, I don't think it's actually been used since either. You can correct me on that in the comments if I am wrong. I like to be corrected if I am wrong, but I don't think that's been used at all. So this is like an exclusive face print for Peter Capaldi's Doctor, which is really, really awesome. Again, absolutely amazing minifig. Love the details, and it's such a good one to add to the collection. Okay, so we're now going to take a look at the TARDIS, exterior TARDIS build of the set, and obviously we're also going to show off that there's a really cool thing that you can add to, here's a really cool thing you can do with this set, which I will obviously show as well. But I want to actually talk about the fact that every single piece in this set, there is like genuinely no stickers. I couldn't believe it. There was super awesome, but like crazy at the same time that there was absolutely no stickers. Every single piece you hear, even the police call sign, which does look a bit wonky if you look at it, but if you don't pay attention to it, it still looks awesome. But every single piece in this that has a print is printed. The St. John's ambulance sign is printed. The piece here is printed, and they're all window pieces, like they're the window piece styles. They just clip in and it looks really, really nice. I love the the windows. It's all the same window piece printed, but it still looks really good. And like when you're turning this whole thing around, it just looks amazing from all different angles, which is nice. Obviously, it's a bit annoying that they have these hinge pieces, but it does do a cool play feature, which I will show off very soon. But I think this entire build is just really well done and really, really nice, and just looks slick and sleek, like as sleek as you can get a TARDIS to look in Lego form, for sure. But the reason why there is these hinge pieces is because if you look at this, you can remove the top light piece like that. It still holds on to these two studs, and then you flick up both sides of this, you spin it round, and then you can open up, which reveals, this is just so cool, it reveals a little interior piece, which of course is, you know, really cool to have as well, because as you can see there's a hinge, there's a little Technic pin, cross pin there, which I will show you what happens with that after. But I love the interior details here, the discs, the actual door back print here too. Like the fact that's a print too is just unbelievable. It's just so cool. And of course there is two jumper pieces here, which you can just place a minifig on if you really want to. You can actually enclose this minifig as well into the, if you push his Sonic back a wee bit, you can actually just enclose him into the TARDIS if you want. I'm obviously not going to do that right now, but it is really cool, and he looks awesome standing there on display. I do like this the way this is, but obviously I like to display it the full TARDIS. But yeah, this is a really nice little TARDIS build. But I'm also going to show you now the reason why they have that little connection piece. So if you take this piece and you bring in over your interior of the TARDIS, you can actually take your Technic piece and you just slide it in like this. You make sure it lines up and it pops on. So you can have the TARDIS opened up and like that, so you can actually have the back doors of the TARDIS and stuff visible from the interior, which I think is really, really cool. I am going to remove it at the moment though, just for while I review the interior, because it'll get a little bit in the way. And here we have the interior of the TARDIS. Now, this is really, really good. I think the way they built this, the way that I built it, I mean, I think I explained at the beginning, there was no numbered bags. Now, I actually don't know. I know I say in the beginning part that I'm very confident about my answer to the fact that the set just came like that when it was released. I don't know, but I think it added a really nice challenge for me to build this set. Like, it's been a while since I've built a set like that, where the bags are not numbered, you just pour them all out and build. So it was really, really nice to have that experience. I think the layout and the build of this is really nice. I think the scale that it's at with minifigs is awesome too. Like, you can have minifigs standing around it. It feels in scale with like normal, like the normal TARDIS would, which I think is really, really nice. There's a lot of cool details amongst this entire console too, which is super, super cool. The actual middle piece here is built really awesomely too, but we're obviously going to start our way up. First of all, you have this little staircase here, which you can flick up. I don't know why you would need to. That's never been like that in the show, but it's more just to kind of show that there is more. You know, you can maybe add on to it if you want to build like a mock of a bigger version of the interior. You can obviously have this as your centerpiece and maybe have some stairs that lead down to like a sort of lower area, because I know the Doctor obviously has all these different areas that he can walk into and stuff, which is really cool. I think that it's just, yeah, I love the fact there's enough studs to place people wherever you want. You can obviously have people walking along the sort of way from the entrance of the TARDIS, which I think is really cool too. And yeah, we're just going to actually take a look closer in so you can see some of the details and some of the prints and some of the little building techniques and stuff they use for this, because honestly it is actually really impressive the way this is all built together. Okay, so now we are closer in, you can see we have these two side panels here which connect just with these little clips here. They're both identical. You've got the blue and the purple lights, as well as a couple console printed pieces, which are really nice. I think they're really nice additions and details to the sides, because he does actually have those in the show. I love this Gallifrey printed piece here. It is so nice just seeing this little sort of Gallifreyan sort of like text kind of thing. I really like that. It's a cool, unique, nice piece. You also have a really awesome bit here, which obviously is like the sort of handle that he uses to, you know, pop it down and, you know, take off, dematerialize or materialize, whatever. Nice little gauge here with a nice little red light. Each console piece is built separately and attached onto a sort of circular base, which is really cool. Some gauges here too, and some bits and bobs. Another exclusive printed piece here for the TARDIS is really cool, sort of like, it looks a bit like a sort of, you know, the pinball machine type covers. I didn't realize that until I looked at it now. It does look a bit like that, but it's a really cool disc piece, really nice. You get another one of the printed pieces that clip on that has the Gallifreyan stuff on it. Nice little printed sort of keyboard bit, and a nice awesome printed bit there too as well, which is really cool. Now the actual sort of pillar TARDIS console, I can't remember the name of it now, but the actual, God, I can't remember what it's called now, but this piece is really cool the way it's built. It's all these individual lightsaber pieces all connected to these little bits here that just slot down, as well as some clear blue 2x2 circular pieces, and they're all kind of built up sort of Technic style, all the way up to the top, and obviously at the top, sorry about that, at the top as well you can see there's really nice sort of discs detail too, which is really cool. And yeah, I'm a big fan of just the entire build and the way it looks. And here's it together with some minifigs sort of posed about randomly in it. I've just made a thing of the 11th Doctor returns, and Clara and the 12th are in shock. Here are your two Daleks, and here is your Weeping Angel. Now, my overall thoughts of this set, I know not a lot of people are going to think like this, but for the price point that I paid, which was $185, I would 100% say I definitely was worth spending that much on this. Obviously, price per piece ratio for the amount that I paid is completely off. This, of course, is a retired set that came out way back in 2015, and I absolutely love it. I think it is such an amazing set. I love all the minifigs you get for it. I think you know, maybe you could have added like K9 or something like that, but then it did come with like a K9 build for like Dimensions time, because this kind of came alongside, like this came out kind of alongside the sort of when Dimension sets were coming out. And if you don't know what Lego Dimensions is, it was a video game that you could get, you had like a base and you could get like different models of characters that you'd place on top and they would be into your game. There was a Doctor Who pack, came with a Cyberman, which is a cool minifig, which I would love to have, a Doctor for Peter Capaldi, a mini TARDIS, and a K9. So, you know, this set is really cool for what it is. For the price point I paid, I think it's definitely worth it for me, because like I said, Doctor Who is one of my favourite shows. I grew up with Doctor Who, I loved it, and you know, it's one of those shows that I always keep going back to. I always rewatch from Eccleston all the way through to Peter. I have been trying to watch Jodie, but it's just a bit difficult. The writing for Jodie was a bit confusing. I'm not going to get into that rant. If you want to hear a rant about that, ask me about it on live stream sometime. But overall, I love this set. I would definitely say that this set is was worth the money it was back in the day, and is definitely worth my spending money. I definitely wouldn't recommend picking it up for that amount of money, because that is a ridiculous amount of money to pay for how little pieces it is, and how, you know, how small of a set it is. It's literally double, like over double the amount of money that it used to be. So, but anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure that like button, subscribe if you are new. We are trying to hit 800 subscribers by the end of May, so please, let's see if we can get there. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll speak to you guys in my next video. Thank you, and goodbye.